following material may contain sex, coarse language, and violence.
To see such heavy rain. Somewhere an origami animal falls over and gets wet.
Of course! Of course!
I got done. Visionary genius. Nothing is wrong. No. Walk out. Eventually, Sir Radomir stumbles into the inn, having drunk. There's two knights with him, sort of like watchful and guarding.
Oh, Sir Reinhardt.
Hey! Oh, he's here too, apparently.
Oh, sorry. What did I call you?
Yes, that is me.
He's a bit small for Reinhardt.
Sir Radomir.
Hey.
How fare thee?
Oh well. These are my friends. Sir.
Hans?
Oh no. Sir Hans. I remember him. Same name as one of my old friends. And Sir Aldrin. That's the one.
Plays a Sphere, Cleric of Tor, at your service.
It's very fact. You know, I almost thought you were going to introduce us to a cello. So bigly is he.
Yes, of course. Shifty eyes.
They'll just like move off where they've got a good view of everything. Just like stay mildly alert.
I am well safe with these people if you wish to drink.
I must not abandon my duty with frivolous drinking at this time. I will save my drinking for later when I am off duty.
Miss Fitzshoulder. You can see when I Shazam my arm down, the fine purple and
yeah, he's wearing like field plate.
Yeah, I think once he's pulled back that cloak a bit
of a very old and very design.
So it looks kind of like a highly.
It's the armor he was wearing before, but it's like super clean, trim lines.
Kind of. You probably wouldn't
like
look
what
at
you
immediately.
drew.
Ah, you have got a better set of armor to replace that which was stolen from you.
Oh, this is that the fine House Van Uber had it collected, and we did the Reinhardt von Stahl as it should be done.
Good to hear. How fare things with Sir Max?
Ah, yes. Well.
Not well at all. I
His
understand.
breath tarnishes the tabletop.
It peels up.
Probably talk about it later.
I'd ask you to join me in a drink, but I think you've had enough.
If there's another attack, I could be in trouble. I should probably sober up.
Perhaps have you had a good meal at all today? Get some food into you in it.
Did we eat?
Yeah.
I've eaten.
Perhaps you should eat some more.
I'll never say no.
It helps soak up some of the drink.
You know, purified food and water can actually cleanse alcoholism and hangover and drunkenness from people. Because you cleanse the toxins right out of his, technically it's food to something, body.
Oh, so it works on
Because
him.
like ogres and trolls can just eat him, so he's food. And if you purify it, you can get rid of the drunkenness.
It's a terrible shame I don't have
pocket.
that one learned anymore. Unfortunately, that'd be metagaming.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, On the bright side, I'm told that a werewolf suddenly appearing behind you can sober up most people.
You
Sleeping with
still
it,
have
sorry.
that vial of that foul-smelling stuff that you made your nose bleed and sent eating running off.
I didn't keep any. I just put it on my fingers.
Do you know where it is?
Did they clean it up?
The servants have cleaned up, so yeah, it's gone. It's gone forever.
It's probably gone.
I was thinking if I
It's
took it to an
that-
alchemist or...
that inn.
No, it wouldn't be alchemist,
With Percy.
apothecary, that's the one.
They were using the same stuff. Remember? Or something to smell like it.
Yes, I was thinking of, well, perhaps describing it will be good enough, but perhaps I could find something that could, if Eaton's still having problems, perhaps I could find something that,
She has a good nose.
yeah, that we could use to counteract the effects.
Watching every move.
If only Adrian was here.
I have a question. I've been thinking about some things. What do you know about battlefield tactics and the weather?
I know that the weather is the most important part. What do you need to know? I can drum up some of my old memories.
Well, I'm just thinking the weather's awfully convenient, wouldn't you say? Without me saying
If you
anything
don't
else.
know you're under siege yet, because remember there's those guys, and I'm just pointing at the bar like I'm pointing out things on a map, and those guys, and then there's the city. This would be a pretty good cover. If it's raining tomorrow, well, that's when I would strike.
During the middle of a moment where everybody's distracted by something?
Cut the head from the snake. Unless the snake's immortal. Like those other guys. And in this case, the head would be either the Arctic or the fan overhead.
Yes. I'm gonna...
The barman, who was like literally 12 inches away from you, was just like, nothing. I
You-
see.
You
Nothing.
didn't hear anything.
Well, I'm going to wait here until Sulan returns from whatever she's doing.
Sulan arrived.
I was over here.
Oh, I did not notice you there. I see you now, Sulan.
As Farah didn't notice a woman? Are you one of those things?
Those things.
Watching you.
Oh, yes, I know what he's saying.
Do you
No,
believe it?
if I don't wish to be seen, you won't find me.
Oh yeah. Forgot it was you.
How could you forget Sulan?
True.
How fair things.
I found thieves and returned them to the place they should belong.
Very good. They're back in prison.
In a manner of speaking.
Okay, I'm not going to ask.
I gave them to the guards.
Well, if they put them in the prison, it's not to them.
Sulan, I don't suppose you happen to pick up that little vial of that stuff that made...
No, no one has it.
There was
No, I don't
It's
No.
gone. Let it go.
there's no vial. It was
Okay. I was thinking perhaps we could go to a apothecary and see if they know anything about making Eaton's nose better, if you know what I mean.
Where is she?
I don't
Come
know.
back.
I don't think... Well, I haven't been here
I'll go check.
all morning.
Start wobbling my way
it's
over to
still
the stairs.
still full moon out there, isn't it? It's still full moon coming up.
Yep.
Well,
Yeah.
you wouldn't
Well,
see
we
it with all
know.
the cloud cover.
We know, but
Yeah.
How many days is it full moon?
It's going to last past the tournament.
Yeah. It was a dual full moon, wasn't it?
It is now.
Yeah.
Both Seluna and Brasurna are in their full.
That's probably worse.
Yeah.
Not that will clip the random at the moment.
I mean, do you think there's a chance that they might have something that can
No,
make her better?
not normally for this stuff. Normally, with this stuff, it overpowers and you can't unoverpower it. It's
Does it wear off?
over time, yes.
Hmm.
When you finally, well, you could try healing her.
Healing her nose. I mean, I could try.
Wolf, heal.
Stumble on up to my door. Knock, knock, knock. Hit
No
against
one
the side.
answers.
Push open door.
Your room greets you,
It's just still a big hole
but
in
it's
the
big,
corner.
warm, comfy bed.
Not yet. Not yet. Not warm enough. I was just asleep in the hallway.
Leaning against the wall.
Against the door.
In your dreams,
I am.
you wake up, leaning against the door. You just wake up. Oh, no, I must not fall asleep. Lucid of mind. And you find yourself standing, not leaning against your door, but leaning against the craggy, melty metal archway. It looks sort of organic, but metal and melted. In a huge room lit by a fireplace the size of a cathedral at the far end. There is a massive throne facing it with a huge table piled with scrolls and books and a big ball glass. And a huge gauntleted hand reaches out and picks it up like a highball. And like nasty ass talons. Everyone just passes back and the chair just hides who it is and it like comes back to like significantly less. Inside the glass you can see it sloshing its red liquid with people scrabbling at the sheer sides of the glass trying not to drown in the liquid. It's glugging and as it sloshes backwards and forwards in the thing.
Is Lode's under there?
No.
Slowly back up.
This huge figure would appear to be taller than a palace, judging from the scale you're seeing. But you're not sure, maybe it's actually just like very close and you're thinking it's far away because there's like the things might be not right in the scale. It might be just right there. It might not be a huge room, maybe, you don't know.
I'll take the first step back and then I'll look at the glass with the people in it again. And I'll start creeping forward. Is there like pillars or columns in the rooms off the
Actually,
side?
no. There isn't.
In that case, I'll just use the wall to go along.
Your footsteps ring loudly. The crackling of the fire, the only other sound. Aside from the occasional rustle of parchment. The room is actually fucking huge and that figure must be a super giant. This is like you're vaguely aware that you must be in a dream. It's so bizarre. It's so strange.
Does it feel at all similar to being in the dream world?
And that you feel like you're being constantly watched.
Yeah.
There's that.
I hate this place. Continue to creep forward. Hopefully the fire will mask the sound of my approach, or I'm just too small for him to hear.
You hear echoes of the familiar Saphira's voice yelling things like, "I'll never serve you, no, no, no," things like that, just sort of echoing around. And you hear a deep rumble. You don't so much hear as feel a deep, throaty, rumbling laugh. As you're sort of going along the wall, you can get an angle around. The huge, elongated, armoured helm with spikes rising up is oft depicted and familiar. As you think, oh shit, maybe I shouldn't be here. The gargantuan head just turns around very carefully with 3 glowing red eyes. Just regards you in sort of an L shape. Well, obvious. Just regards you as a bored student would regard an ant crawling across its desk.
Freeze.
So, my servant returns to me. Forever have you done my bidding. Running exile. Servant of Severa, my servant, so you serve me.
I don't have any knowledge of that, right?
Fuck no.
I know not what you mean. Hopefully, spectre of my imagination.
Of your actions have served me as I have ever laid your path forward to my return. Think you choice, thou have none but what I lay before you. Return and serve, hair of Prince, hair and heart and awaken.
Extreme pain accompanies you as you bolt away from the doorframe, completely sober, completely healed, completely aware.
Do I remember what just happened?
How would you forget? Where you were leaning against is like wisps of smoke from slightly charred wood, and your feet where you were also just whispering up.
Must have been a strength. It can't have been real. Snap out of it. It's just a dream. I'll make my way downstairs.
A pale man with a beard walks downstairs.
Oh, how long was I out?
How long was he?
You were out? What? You just walked upstairs? What?
What are you talking about? You just walked up the stairs and then a minute later came back down.
Oh,
What is wrong?
must have blacked out for a second. It's strange.
What?
I swear I was out long enough to have bad dreams. Must just be everything that's going on.
Do we notice that he's noticeably sober?
Yeah, of course he is. He's not weaving
Yeah.
all over the floor for one.
Something drastic happened.
Just. Have you ever. I don't know, just because. Double check to clarify, I'm pretty sure from the voice that was the duck.
Oh yeah.
Have you.
Is that or Dr. Claw?
Have you ever had a nightmare of. The Dark One?
Do not speak of him. He is foul evil who must be stopped at every turn.
Must have been nothing. Maybe.
Actually, his robe smells of sulfur of blood.
What's that?
Where were you?
Just upstairs in the hallway, eating.
He didn't
wasn't
smell
there.
like that when he
We'll head
first
upstairs
came in.
So there's 2 little scorched footprints that match his armor, some on the wall, and right behind his footprints are larger footprints of like a old style gothic boots burnt into the ground, and there's little indents of a clawed gauntlet burnt into the wood
That can't have.
right behind
I didn't
where
see.
he was. And the area just smells slightly of sulfur and murder.
I'll check the other rooms.
Holy symbol, what's it
Cold.
I didn't notice those before.
You have been touched by evil, my friend, unfortunately.
All my life.
You might want to cast protection from evil or something. I'm just saying.
I
that
do
would,
have
that
that.
would be my first impulse.
Hold still.
Do you have protection from evil 10-foot radius yet?
Is there...
It's a spell you get eventually. It's an improved version of protection from
okay.
evil that works in an AoE.
You don't happen to have protection from the literal dark one, do you?
Nothing can stop that.
Yeah,
Protection,
right.
even protection from evil doesn't make you immune to evil. It just gives you bonuses on your throws against it. I do actually think it stops things like pit fiends from attacking you or perceiving you as a threat. If you got protection from evil, because they're just like, oh yeah, no.
Yeah.
May Tor guide you from the evils of this world.
Okay.
Obviously, if there's a roll versus spell, I choose to fail.
I kind of figured.
Well, I was just safe. Thank you, my friend.
You do feel like a weight has been lifted. Some of the watchfulness goes away.
Keep in mind that
Thunder rolls. Like
that will not
and rolls,
last for long.
And rolls and rolls and rolls.
Also, if on the odd chance that he himself has been watching you for some reason, then I don't think even that can truly hide you from his gaze.
What would he want with me?
So I'll check the rooms.
The little polished steel or silvered mirrors on the washstand he's got is blackened, scorched, buckled, twisted. Otherwise, things are fine.
This has never happened to you
Then I'll
before.
check my room.
Never.
Yeah, check my room as well.
Those
You're
eyes.
Yeah.
And you said
Those eyes.
you fell asleep.
I checked my room for Eden, so maybe she would come back.
Upstairs.
And then I was feeling sleepy. I don't know.
Did you do anything? You were pulled into the dream world
It felt very
by
similar.
Adrin and Eaton, mostly Adra.
I think that was the poison.
But was there anything you did that might have drawn his attention to you? You think? Nothing. Anything comes to mind?
I did nothing in there.
There is a commotion downstairs.
What?
When you arrive, the two knights who have been set to guard him are one of them is like leaning up in there. He's got a big rent in his armor at the side, and there's blood coming out of it. But there are three nondescript-looking people who are slowly turning into the grey parody of people that doppelgangers are on the floor. The other knight whose sword is like dripping with this blue ichor. It's just like, I told you, it wasn't them. You listen to me in future. Yeah, I learned my lesson this time. God damn it, get me to a temple. I need a cleric. That's deep. Oh, my father's armor.
Is it Hans?
Yeah.
Hans! Now, rush over.
Yeah. God, they had your faces. I thought they'd be you. I knew it wasn't. That the woman was very.
I was going to ask. These things are dealt with, right?
Why did the weather stop? Oh.
Oh look, the rain went away.
So they dealt with the creatures, right? There's none that are still.
Yeah, like I said.
Okay, just checking.
You need to be more careful. This is how you always get into it. Sorry. Wrong Hans.
Stay still, my friend. I am a cleric, I can help. May Tor's divine light mend your wounds.
Yeah, okay, so that'll heal up his damage. He'll be like, I
Ready to
still need
roll?
to get to a smith. No, don't worry about it. I'll give you this one. Weather's back. I'm happy now.
So it was the three of us that approached.
They had your faces. But I told you, that one wasn't tall enough to be him. And the woman didn't have... And the woman was acting like a woman. Not... I mean... You act more like a capable armsman than a tavern wench is what I meant. I didn't mean any offense by it.
No offense taken.
But I knew it wasn't them, but then they attacked Hans. They ruined my father's arm, I can't believe it.
The scars on the armor are an honor.
True, but I will need to get it mended if I hope to protect this particular region of my kidneys again.
Of course.
Thank you for your healing, good sir.
My pleasure.
More of these.
At this point, Roy and Eaton walk in from the back where the horses are.
Together?
Yes, they're chatting.
Ooh.
Amicably?
Perfunctorily?
Okay.
And Eaton's like, so it is agreed. There you are, Saphiro. Sulin. We've got good news. They walk purposefully over towards you.
Yes?
Hand on the hammer.
Roya speaks first. As I was just discussing with my friend here, we've discovered some important things about the evil that is arrayed against you.
Uh-huh.
We should discuss it in private. Perhaps in your bedchamber? She rubs a finger against your arm and chest.
Is this Roy doing
Yes.
it?
Yes. Of course.
Excellent.
At least lead them somewhere away from the main, because this isn't the main
So you
tavern.
guys go back upstairs to probably Adrian's room?
Yeah, or one of the empty ones that we, that used to have spies in it.
Yeah.
Sulan's room is never safe. We can at least lean the door up against the doorway.
So you lead them into this room. They don't seem to think that there's anything untoward about this
I'm
room.
going to make sure Sulan's at the back there. Okay.
So... yeah, I'll stab the first one in the back.
Oh, that's Eaton's dead. A doppelganger monster. Where's that? Oh my god, what the fuck was that?
Bang!
Dead. Doppelganger. Thunder rolls and rolls and rolls
I think we're going to have a busy night tonight.
and rolls.
Dare take their forms, you piece of shit!
And it's like, so many evil creatures. We'd better get a witcher.
They'll at least be happy to know 5 more of them have been ended.
Might not be a bad idea to put some kind of ward on this tavern while you guys are staying here.
I suggest we no longer be separate. Either we find a way to get into yours, or you should come to ours.
The chance of it getting to you is greater than it getting to us.
Yes, they would just need to impersonate some rich person who wanders the place, like my good friend. And then, I mean, Roman managed to get in somehow.
He would only need to ask. Why would they not let him in?
Lord Brains, of course you can come in, despite your unkempt appearance.
But I do agree with
Eric's throne is so exclusive that if it is rumored that if the Archduke showed up with a hair out of place, they wouldn't let him in. That's obviously not true, but
Yeah.
perhaps basically what you were proposing, Sir Radomir, is essentially treating this like a camp situation where we always have somebody on watch.
We fill the rest of the rooms. The innkeep is amenable. I'm sure we would have to compensate some people for putting them out in the rain. But after this has happened, I do not doubt they will no longer want to stay here. Maybe the witches could see to relocation in case it is not safe. And we pull up here.
With your permission, I'll go get some temporary armor that doesn't have a big hole in it, and I'll inform the witches that there's a problem here.
Of course. Be careful.
Do you think there would be anything to be gained by filling these rooms of traps?
No, the issue with traps is this is how we did this would be easier than any other way. Act like we normally would. We know how we all act.
Yes, I mean that's fine for doppelgangers, but what about the men like the ones that attacked you this morning?
I'd be more concerned about catching people that are meant to be here unaware. Even though you ask people not to come, people get interested in places that they're not meant to go. We should head back into the tavern and wait.
Yes.
We will have to come up with a way to explain this to the witches.
Well, we've got
Well, I've
5 doppelganger corpses now.
It's 5 less than
Can't
the world.
control your minions, huh?
I just hope we get Gerald instead of that other man.
Yes. Well, yes. We apparently have drawn the ire of one of their top dogs, as it were.
That's not good.
He said so himself, did he not?
Well, let's have a little break.
Superheroes.
So, you're all standing in this sort of large dark void. And you're surrounded by like the heroes and villains of the whole world, and in fact other cosmoses as well. As each individual spirit is what? You wanted to go back to that? Here we are. You really want this? You really want this? Right there. I can do it. Soviet, the grand hero, joins Tyrannon and sells you out.
So
Tell me it's not believable.
just another Wednesday.
So I killed your sister again. Bang!
Yeah, I've killed the clone of your sister as well.
Yeah, hilarious.
And your cousin Miranda.
Well, and everyone by extension.
You know, Rick, he died very unhappy.
I didn't do it, it just happened.
Yeah.
Just reminding you about it.
Had a shot. And then a flaming
So we all entered the
dungeon.
Witches.
in the
The lobby again.
lobby. Well, not the lobby. The tavern.
Lobby. What?
It's just matchmaking, it's fun.
Cool.
Yeah, borrow that once again.
It's a D&D night ASMR. I just crumpled biscuit packets around the mic for an hour and a half.
Okay, so we have two doppelganger remains out here.
Three.
Three out here.
Soon witchers bustle in. They police up the bodies and look at you all very suspiciously like you're guilty of crimes.
Hey, we were attacked.
Funny how that keeps happening to you.
There
By
was
evil witch things. What are you doing to attract them?
killing them.
Perhaps.
Don't you just want to kiss these lips?